Alright, hello everyone. Long time no see. I miss you all. So I hope you had a very good holiday or anyway you could enjoy the time. So as I mentioned before, we have the presentation from tomorrow, so Wednesday and Thursday, because I wanted to give you more time in the preparation. So we had very optional and troubleshooting day today. So we have very tight schedule from Wednesday and the Thursday for the presentation. So maybe I would not have some time to provide the exam guideline in the class. So I'm recording this video for you to have the sense of the final exam. So the final exam, you may feel that this is too tough. You have the project and the presentation and the exam, but trust me, the final exam will be much simpler, much easier than the midterm exam. So the date and the time, even though those are fixed one, but I decided to just have the open-ended questions because we had the true and false questions and also the multiple answer questions last time, and I found that honestly it was impossible to give the partial points. So that was the main reason I decided to do the open-ended questions. So there will be 10 open-ended questions, but this is only very open book exam, and you can use any materials I provided in the Moodle, so you can use any. And if you don't communicate with other students or classmates, your seniors or your family members, you can ask any question to me. So no collaboration, no other aids will be allowed, but I will be at the Zoom at the 8:30 to 11:30 in the on December 8th on the exam day. So if you have any questions, you can come to our Zoom classroom and then ask the question. If your questions are not too directly related with the right answers, maybe I can try my best to give you provide any directions for that. But I will try my best to give the clear instructions. So maybe more than enough instructions for each question. So maybe you don't need to worry too much about that. And also, non-cumulative. It means that I will not ask any questions about the Z-score and t-test or something. And you don't need to use the SPSS program. It means that you already did the SPSS exam before, so I will not have any questions about the using SPSS program or using the variables in the SPSS program. However, as you did in the midterm exam, you will need to interpret the SPSS outcomes. For example, if I upload any tables or outcome tables generated from the SPSS program, you can still interpret the outcome. So maybe you can use the SPSS outcome to make the hypothesis testing, and you can check the degrees of freedom or other statistics to see whether fail to reject or reject the null. So that will be the basic format of the exam. So you don't need to use SPSS program, but you will need to use the Excel or Google spreadsheet because in the midterm exam, there will be some calculations. So if you are fine with just using the calculator, instead of the Excel or Google spreadsheet, you are free to do that. But I do think you need to use the Excel or Google spreadsheet. So that's it. And also, as I mentioned above, this is non-cumulative exam. So from ANOVA to multiple regressions. So only covered in class, such as the calculation of the ANOVA, calculation of the chi-square, and calculation of the correlation coefficient. But because I didn't cover the calculation of the regression coefficient, but interpretation. So there will be only interpretation questions of the multiple regression instead of the calculations. So maybe ANOVA chi-square correlation, there will be some calculation questions, but in multiple regression, you will need to interpret the coefficient and make sure to add the holding other variables constant when you interpret multiple regression. 10 open-ended questions. The questions will have some sub-questions, but it will not be very, very complex in my intention. And also, I know you are very, very busy for the presentation now, so I will not add more burden, but I'm working on the very detailed guide. So as you had in the midterm exam, or any other exams we did in the specific exam, I will provide very detailed guideline or a preview of the exam. So we don't have time to cover it during the class, but I will upload the file by Thursday midnight. So after presentation, you will be able to work on the final project and the exam. But please don't worry much about the exam because in my understanding, the final exam will be much easier than the midterm exam. But just need to review what you have done so far in the lecture, in the regular lecture, and also the exam guide or my exam preview will be very, 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 very helpful for your final exam. All right. So you are always more than welcome to make the appointment. So even in the weekend, if you have any questions or if you want to have the meeting, please let me know because it's the end of the semester. I will open my range of the possible time for the meeting. So good luck in your presentation and your proposal and final exam. Okay, we are almost done and thank you for your hard work for this course. Thank you.